What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Happy X-Men Day, my boys. Today we are doing a Dark Phoenix reaction. But before we do, I just want to talk about how much X-Men has always meant to me. Look, I am a DC mark, always have been. Batman is my #1, but X-Men is a very, very, very close second. I remember countless times watching the cartoon series on Fox 11. It has one of the greatest themes of all time. The show was amazing. I remember going opening night for the first X-Men movie in the Long Beach Town Center. I was like probably 5, 6 years old. Went with my dad and my mom. Got an exclusive X-Men comic book for that day. I had like all the toys. I've been such a huge X-Men fan. But for some reason, I just cannot find the hype for Dark Phoenix. Maybe because it's just all ending so abruptly, and I just wanted to go to Marvel and the MCU already. It's kind of ruined, for me, the momentum going into Dark Phoenix. And I feel like Dark Phoenix should be a trilogy, which was the original idea for this. But since Disney now owns the X-Men, all those plans were scrapped. And now we get this movie, and I just feel like it's an abrupt end, but still, X-Men has meant so much to me, from the Wolverine to Cyclops, Sabretooth, Storm. I had it all, my boy. I used to have like the Statue of Liberty head from the first movie with all the X-Men toys involved. But let's just jump right into this Dark Phoenix. A Phoenix will rise. 3, 2, 1. Let's freaking go.
What is this place?
The GOAT.
Welcome to the School for the Gifted.
We are now seeing the beginnings of another stage of human evolution.
The truth is, mutants are very real, and they are among us. Here you have the chance to be part of something much bigger than yourself.
Forget everything you think you know. You're not kids anymore. You're X-Men.
The war is still coming, Charles, and I intend to fight it.
You want to shoot me so bad?
God, he was so good.
You ready for this? A new tomorrow starts today.
The world is on the brink. She's changing.
And what? When I lose control, bad things happen. But it feels good.
Tell me how we fix this, Charles. I don't know what to do.
Are you threatening me?
That's right.
That would be a bad idea.
Damn.
They're right to fear me.
That'd be pretty messed up if they killed Cyclops again. That would be like, dude, you gotta pick a better woman. I like how they just totally ignored X-Men 3. But I feel like they were just showing the first X-Men and this one, comparing the two. Yeah, I will say I do love the old Mystique from the old X-Men movies, and obviously those movies are fantastic. The first X-Men movie, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated movies of all time. One of the greatest comic book origin movies of all time. Sure, do I wish they would have gotten their iconic suits? Hell yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I'm hoping for the MCU, that we get the comic accurate, cartoon show accurate costumes for the X-Men characters. I want to see the Wolverine in the yellow and blue costume. I want to see Cyclops in the iconic costume. They kind of flirted with the idea at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, which I wasn't a fan of that movie either, but they flirted. That was probably the best moment of the whole movie, is when they had all their comic accurate suits. I thought they were going to move with that moving forward, and it looks like they just completely scrapped it in this movie, and they're just like wearing generic X-Men costumes again. That's the one thing I've always had a problem with the Fox running the X-Men series. It's just like, it felt like the costume, the designs were kind of lazy. They were just a little bit too lazy for me. So yeah, I'm excited for the future of X-Men. I'm excited for the way they introduced them into the MCU. Obviously, I think it's going to play a huge role with them introducing the multiverse in Spider-Man Far From Home. I think that's going to be the way that they open the door to introduce the X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom. I feel like that whole in the multiverse that was created during the Thanos snap really is going to introduce this whole new world of X-Men characters and the Fantastic Four, and we can see these characters done better and done correctly, and hopefully in more comic accurate suits. That is what I'm most excited for. Yes, I think Fox had a really great job with the X-Men series. They started off really hot. They lost a lot of flames with like X-Men Origins and all those movies. X3, those were terrible movies. But then they bounced back up. They rebooted the series in such a way that was fantastic with First Class, and they did a really great job. But then they did a little mistake with Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix I'm not that excited for, but I'll give them credit for Deadpool. The 2 Deadpool movies were highly successful. So I think Fox deserves a lot of credit for what they were able to do with the X-Men. I think they've done a fantastic job. Were there some missteps along the way? Absolutely. But I think there's some quality, really good X-Men movies that they were able to create, and especially with Deadpool. Do I wish they would have opened up the universe a little bit more? Yeah, I think the possibility was there, especially after the success with Deadpool, that they could have opened this wide open. But they've done a fantastic job. I mean, God, X-Men, Logan, another fantastic movie, one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. Deadpool was amazing. X-Men X2, one of the greatest sequels in comic book history. So I think Fox gets a lot of harsh criticism, but I honestly do think they did an absolutely fantastic job. And then finally passing the torch to Disney. It's going to be interesting, but I do want to remember the Fox X-Men years, as it was, to me, in my opinion, a success. And I think they did better than what we give them credit for. But anyways, boys, if you like this video, slap the thumb, subscribe, join the Holguin, click for daily uploads Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. Links are all down below in the description. Comment down below what is your all-time favorite X-Men character. You guys have an all great X-Men day. I will see you guys later on when you guys enjoy the start to your week too. So sweet.